Welcome back to another edition of First Person on PressProsMagazine.com, sponsored again by the Crystal Room in Troy at I-75 and Route 55. Their motto is events perfected, large or small, whatever it is, weddings, reunions, whatever your event, give them a call at 552-7680. Talk to Jessica Brown and see if you don't like what they have to offer in terms of amenities and staff, convenience, and particularly the location, as we always talk about, right in the heart of Miami County, right on the west edge of Troy, right off the interstate, across from the new Kroger Plaza on West Market Street. Again, it's the Crystal Room, 552-7680. They would love to earn your business. As you can see in the background, I think there's a baseball field back here. Maybe you can't see that, but it's certainly spring. It's 65 degrees, and we're in Coldwater, Ohio today to talk to, the coach of the Coldwater Cavaliers, and that is Brian Harlamert, about high school baseball, Coldwater baseball, and just the fact of generally why it's such a good thing for so many. And I can't think of a better place to come here. You guys won a state championship a couple of years ago. You've won 6 of them, and I know it's a great tradition here.
Well, thanks for coming to Coldwater. We appreciate Press Pro covering a lot of our sports at Coldwater throughout the football season and some basketball. And yes, it's baseball season in Coldwater. And in Coldwater, baseball has been, traditionally been known for a quality baseball program, team on the field. And this year is the same thing. Our team coming back from last year, from 2014, our guys played, and that's the final game. We're very loaded to play again this year, but we hope that the weather cooperates and we can start playing baseball here this week. But it's baseball season around here, and the guys have been working at it very hard. So we hope that our season starts out well and, very important, finishes very well in Columbus.
Harley, I'm not going to make any bones about this. There's a lot of people who write to Press Pros and say, why do you make such a big deal out of high school baseball? It takes money out of budgets. It doesn't put money in. It is a non-revenue sport in just about every high school that I know of. And yet, I know for a fact from CPOA, that's College Prospects of America, who published the stat that there are more boys and girls who get money to play college baseball and softball, either in NAIA, Division III, II, even up through Division I. You went to the University of Dayton years ago, had a great career there, than football and basketball put together. So in a few words, tell me why it is so significant in a place like Coldwater, Ohio, in Mercer County with 30,000 people, why baseball here is so significant.
Well, I just think it's the hard work ethic of our communities we have. I mean, yeah, we all play a lot of sports, but every kid growing up in this year at our Coldwater Park, it is booming all summer long with softball and baseball. Every young kid from the age of 6 starts playing baseball, starts playing softball. And over time, kids stop playing that sport, but in this area, baseball is a tradition, it's a pastime. The old thing, baseball is America's pastime. It's still that pastime in Coldwater, Mercer County, parts of Ohio that really stress baseball. But you asked about scholarships. I think one issue is people forget that a football scholarship is usually a full ride academically. If you're giving one player a lot of money at baseball, softball, maybe 5 to 6 kids share. So I think that's one misconception out there about you're going to play baseball in college. You get a full ride. No, most kids do not. They're going maybe a quarter of a ride or going as a walk-on or a half a scholarship. That's a big difference. But the money thing is one thing. I think the passion, the love is the other thing that keeps a lot of kids still playing baseball. So I think that's what happens here at Coldwater.
Baseball, and you and I talked a little bit about this before we turned the camera on, is one of those unique sports where football's not for everybody. Basketball, if you can't shoot the ball, if you can't play defense, move your feet, something like that. And I never was a particularly fleet-of-foot athlete in high school when I was 18 years old, but I could throw a baseball 85 miles an hour and I could throw strikes. So baseball does offer the kid that's not particularly athletic enough to play other sports the opportunity to contribute something to baseball.
Which is right. When you look on TV and you see a kid that's 5'6" and 180 pounds, if that, playing pro baseball for a lot of different teams, You know, if
Jose Altuve.
Altuve, you look at Dustin Pedroia, you look at a lot of guys that aren't very big, not very fast, but they're skilled with their hands, with their feet maybe, and hit a baseball. They come in 85, 90 mile an hour and moving. It's not easy. Baseball might be the hardest sport to accomplish, be skilled at. But you know, the kids who work at it, you know, don't care. It doesn't matter if you're big, small, size. You can be successful with that skill, and you can move on and play at the high school level or in the college level. If you're fortunate to play professional baseball, it's still it's a skill sport that it's hard to hit that ball coming in off that pitcher and be successful. Football and basketball is a little different. Baseball is unique in that it's very, very hard to accomplish that task.
Round ball, round bat, you got to hit it square.
Yes,
Like that. Yeah. Brian Harlamert, the head baseball coach here at Coldwater High School. They've won 6 titles here back in 2014. We had the good opportunity to be there to see them beat the team out of Cincinnati and win your 6th there. You got such a great tradition here going back to Lou Brunswick, and I know there's people who remember Lou's name and the great part he played in making baseball what it is. But that was a different game then than what it is now. And what I'm leading into is there are so many rules, and I talk about this and draw some criticism about this, of trying to make the game so safe that we're literally making it dangerous for pitchers. In the day of the aluminum bat and now the livelier baseball, kids standing at home plate, on top of the plate, hanging out over the plate, I'm talking about hitters, and pitchers having no recourse to protect themselves by driving, throwing inside, driving the hitter off the plate, sliding hard at second or third base. Have we made the game so safe that it literally is going to turn the corner and become more dangerous?
I don't know. I mean, everybody complains about, you know, when I played back in the 90s, you know, the bats were different, the balls were different. We didn't experience many injuries, and I'm sure they're out there. They changed the rules from, yes, you got to change the bat, you're changing the ball, you can't slide hard. It's all this safety thing. But I think safety has to be a reason to look at rule changes, and they've done that. But I mean, you're talking about baseball tradition of respecting the game and doing what you're able to do back in the day. You know, you're saying about being able to pitch inside and pitch outside and play hard and slide hard. I think that still is part of a lot of different teams' philosophy. I know here it is. Our pitchers are taught, you know, you got to be able to use all parts of the plate. And you got to be able to come inside. You got to play hard. Respecting the game and your opponent is one thing. Going over that and being unsafe and sliding hard and hitting people may not be what we want.
Well, the point has never been to hurt anybody, but the fact of the matter is, you talk about pitchers, if you take away half of that plate from the pitcher, it's hard to get people out. I don't care how hard you throw.
Well, not only that, when the umpire has a strike zone the size of a pipe and you got to put that there, so you tell the umpire, we're trying to get guys out here. If you can't give us that corner, you know, that end spot, we can get guys out. So I think that's too. The umpires are stressed about safety and about their strike zone, but the game of baseball has changed. So I think you have to be able to come back to what's the root, what's the base of baseball, and that's playing aggressive and using all parts of the plate and within respect the game.
We're talking philosophic baseball, at least for the moment, with Brian Harlamert, but I want to finish up by talking a little bit about the tradition not only in Coldwater, but this conference, MAC conference. You've won titles here. Versailles has won them. St. Henry's won them. You've won them. I don't know about Delphus. I think they've got probably a baseball title somewhere down the road in the past. They've had a great tradition there. But it is a great league for baseball. Every year there's somebody going to come out of here that's going to be, if somebody does get to Columbus and win a title, a lot of times it has to go through the MAC.
A lot of times, I mean, we always say that winning a MAC title sometimes is as hard to get out of our district and region and get the state. So, I mean, last year, Fort Recovery had a run, and got to Columbus, weren't able to win. Last year, we got knocked out. We won 2 years ago. So, in the past, Minster's won back-to-back. St. Mary's won some titles. So, the baseball tradition, you know, from little kids grow up around this area and go play baseball. So, I think for us, it's going to be a challenge in our league to play Tuesday, Thursday. Now this year, not Tuesday, Friday. The best team's going to be able to win. Now, you got the weather issue, but you know, every team in our league has one, if not two, very good pitchers. And so it's going to be a challenge just to win our league. We feel our league schedule, our overall schedule, prepares us for hopefully a run in May. We feel it's a championship caliber schedule. Every one of our weekend games against Division II or I. When you throw one in there against CHCA, a team we beat 2 years ago, come to Coldwater play us and Pickle on a Tweetway. So we're not going to be playing teams that aren't, you know, in our level or caliber. We're playing teams that are better than us or program-wise. So it's going to be a challenge for us to play each day. But the MAC is going to be a hard one to win again.
I want to add this too. If you've never seen the ballpark here at Coldwater, it's one of the prettiest venues in high school baseball anywhere in 88 counties in Ohio. You might want to pan the camera around and give people an idea of what it looks like here, because it really is a unique ballpark. When you look at it, it's green. It's you got a little bit of everything architecturally here, neighborhood-wise here, but it is a memorable place to come and see a high school baseball game.
Well, you're setting in a press box that has 3 different levels that scans almost dugout. You know, we got guys come here recruiting high school players because you guys play here, so all you play here is us. It's just baseball. It's not college baseball. It's not a bigger school. It's actually Division III baseball for us, and it's just a unique place. Our park is well run by our city, you know, through Toby Seifering. So we do a great job. We take pride in our facility. And we get a lot of games in here and very, very few rainouts. So we hope to be able to enjoy it again this spring.
Way to get Tubbs' name in there too.
That's right.
Yeah, way to get Tubbs there. Brian Harlamert, the head baseball coach here at Coldwater, and that wraps up this week's edition of First Person Again, sponsored by the Crystal Room in Troy. Call Jessica Brown at 552-7680. Schedule your next event, big or small. They'll make it perfect. Give them a call. You'll like the Crystal Room in Troy. Thanks again for your sponsorship and support of high school sports here on PressProsMagazine.com. We'll see you again, as always, next time with another edition of First Person.